Joining us now is the president and the CEO of Michigan Legacy Credit Union, Carma Peters, back with us again on the MegaCast. Carma, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Tyler.
So the holidays are a time where people are spending in greater excess than usual. The months of November and December, typically, as people are celebrating the holidays, they're buying gifts for the holidays for the end of the year. They're using their money to pay for goods for celebrations, for parties, and such. It can be a difficult financial time for a lot of people, especially when they're feeling obligated to fulfill those duties. For financial institutions like yours, what are some of the key pieces of advice that you're providing to consumers, both that are your specific clients and outside, for navigating this time of the year?
One, first of all, set a budget. Obviously, that makes it much easier if you know how much you can spend and you stay within that budget, and plan it out ahead of time. We also have side accounts that members and customers can come in and set up so they can start saving for next year, and getting that early jump on that makes a big difference. They can set it aside just for the holidays. And then we also have holiday loan specials that allow them to take out small loans for the holidays at reasonable payments and a reasonable interest rate, so which can be significantly less than department store cards and some of the major credit cards.
And so at this time of the year, as people are paying for all these gifts and these parties, they're paying for travel, and maybe they're extending beyond their budget. As you touched on very lightly there, some people may turn to things such as payday lenders or cash advance places or apps and that sort of thing. For those sort of payday advances or those advance cash apps that are available or services that are available, explain to us, for those that are unfamiliar, A, what those are, and then benefits and drawbacks of engaging with such services.
Absolutely. The one thing we caution people about is once you get into a payday advance cycle, it's a very hard cycle to break, and it's very expensive. All credit unions have a product that does the same thing without getting you into a cycle that you just can't get out of. You want to really watch those interest rates. They can exceed 50 and 60% and compound to 300%, which is crazy. It's kind of like modern day loan sharking. But it's legal and it can happen. So we want to avoid people doing that. We want them to come to us and let us help them and give them something that's affordable, that's not going to stress them out. Because as we all know, financial stress can be one of the major stress indicators that can affect your health and your mental stability. So let's look for an option that will work and get you, if you're in there, come to a credit union, come check us out, and let us see a viable option to keep you from doing that. With payday advances, it's pretty much the same thing. We offer a Pay Me Now feature that's only a flat $15. So once you see your direct deposit come in, it's usually in the institution a couple days before it posts. We now let you do that, and that saves people even overdraft fees. So it's less than 50% of the overdraft fee. So sometimes that feature could be a huge savings and a help to people that are pinched at this time of year.
And so then, Carma, with these payday lenders, you're essentially getting a loan from these services. In advance is what they're usually calling it on your paychecks, or to fulfill payments for your bills and so on if you need them in a bind. How does that affect something like a person's credit, different than taking a loan out from a bank to help fulfill some of these financial obligations that they may be struggling to fulfill at this time of the year?
So typically, Fair Isaac, which is the creator of the FICO score, knows the higher risk lenders. So they know if you're utilizing a higher risk lender, that you're probably what we would call subprime paper, which means your scores go down, or if you've had problems making your payments, your score goes down, and that makes other lenders charge you higher interest rates. So that's the one thing you want to be careful of. Most people don't realize credit unions are controlled federally by our the National Credit Union Administration. So our interest rate can only be as high as 18%. When you look at any department store card, you're looking at 32% if you read the fine print for a lot of those convenient department stores we use. And then when you go to payday lenders and check cashing places, those fees can interpret into even higher interest rates than department store cards.
And so then at Michigan Legacy Credit Union, at your institution, Carma, what are some of the services or solutions to engaging with these payday lenders or these cash advance services that are provided by your institution?
So right now we have a holiday loan. You can get a holiday loan for as little as $300 at 5.99. It doesn't matter what your credit score is. And that's for 24 months. So it's usually a payment that you can afford within your budget. We do that this time of year because we want to treat everyone the same and give that little boost to those that need it most. We also, like I indicated, have people can set up side savings for budgeting next year and put in $10 per pay or $20 per pay towards their Christmas budget or holiday budget for next year. We also have credit cards that are anywhere from 9.99 to 13.99 with no annual fee. And no over limit fee. So that can also save consumers quite a bit of money down the road if they use those services. And we have a line of credit that is a very reasonable cost. And again, a payment that you can afford without getting into the trap of you paying thousands of dollars over 7 to 12 years. That's that little box you look for on your credit card statement that tells you exactly if you make the minimum payment, what you're going to pay over the term.
We're joined by Carma Peters, the president and CEO of Michigan Legacy Credit Union. You can learn more information and engage with some of their resources, including financial education resources, on their website at michiganlegacycu.org. That is michiganlegacycu.org. And so, Carmen, the last time we spoke with you, we were talking a little bit about scams that were particularly targeting seniors, but at this time of the year, like happens at many different times where people are willing to give and are giving either to each other or to organizations, there's also a rash of holiday scams that also pop up as well. What are some that are on the radar of financial institutions like yours and other credit unions or other banks at this time that people should be keeping an eye out for?
All those typical emails, that's the number one way consumers get hacked, is by clicking on a link of the email. If you see that and you read it in your email, don't click on anything. If you want to go to that organization, go to their website and donate through there. That's one way to help ensure your safety. Never give out your information to someone who calls. Again, if they're calling you for a donation or for assistance, hang up, call the institution with their number or the organization with their phone number on their website and make that donation that way. That way you ensure the money goes exactly where you intend for it to go. And seek out, look for scams on the internet, Google it and make sure that this is really what you want to do and they're not phishing and trying to scam you out of your money.
We're joined by Carma Peters. She is the president and CEO of Michigan Legacy Credit Union, joining us today on the MegaCast. And so if someone is not as aware of these holiday scams, or they find themselves falling victim to it, they click on one of those links, they realize that they made a mistake, what are steps that they can take immediately with their financial institution, or other steps that you would suggest that they take as well to help protect their information as much as it's possible despite that security breach?
Once you realize it, contact your institution immediately to see if you can stop the money from reaching its final destination. Money does travel very quickly now, so it's really important that you contact them right away. Also, contact law enforcement. They need to know about these, so they may be aware or not aware that this is a new one. So keep them in the loop. And you can also look for things on the FBI's website as well as Secret Service website for scams and alerts, and Department of Treasury has alerts that you can look for that will keep you informed as well.
We're joined by Carma Peters, the president and CEO of Michigan Legacy Credit Union. You can learn more information by visiting their website at michiganlegacycu.org. Carma, just another few minutes with you before we'll say goodbye today. At this time, is there anything else that would be important for our audience to be considering as they're financially planning for the end of the year, going through the holidays, and getting ready for the new year as well?
If you do find yourself in a pinch because you've overspent, talk to your financial institution and your creditors. The sooner that you talk to them, the more options that they have to assist you, and they may have things like skip a pay that you can take advantage of. Don't run away, because that makes it worse and it eliminates options down the road. So reach out first, ask for help. There are a lot of places that you can receive that help, including your financial institution. So don't hesitate to reach out. That's what we're here to help, and we love being able to provide assistance to all our customers.
Well, Carma, thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate your time and your advice as people are navigating both the holiday season and getting ready for the new year as well. Thank you.
Thank you, and happy holidays, Tyler.